Alright gentlemen, one thing that really pisses me off actually about the fitness industry and all of that is the fact that everyone tells you that you've got to spend 2 to 3 hours in the gym to get results every single day, and it's completely and utterly bullshit. I fell for the exact same trap when I first started working out. Literally told myself, fuck, I've got to spend 2 or 3 hours to get in shape. I can't be bothered doing it. And reality is I was making up excuses in my own head, and I can almost guarantee you, if you click on this video, you probably think the exact same way. And reality is, it takes 45 minutes to 1 hour, 60 minutes. That's it. I'll even put a study up here somewhere showing that as well. But it's also how I trained when I won and competed in 2 bodybuilding shows, exactly how I've been coached all my way through after I finally got a coach as well. But I'm here to debunk the myth of it taking 2 or 3 hours to actually properly fucking train, because it doesn't. Reality is, you need to stop making excuses, because I used to do the exact same thing, make up these bullshit excuses as to why I couldn't get these quick workouts in because they wouldn't be effective. And reality is, you can get the best results possible in 45 to 60 minutes. So today we are going to go train shoulders and triceps. Right, I'm about to smack my pre-workout meal, which I'll show you a quick glimpse of, but I won't take too much of your time. This will be a concept that you'll be able to take and apply to any other workout as well.
And like, I get it, life can get in the way, but one thing that changed massively for me was when I decided that like fitness wasn't an option, it was a priority, right? Looking after my health for those around me, becoming better for them as well, because like I was 40 pounds overweight, you know, and I realized that it's not until you actually decide in your mind that fitness and looking after your body and your health isn't just a hobby or anything like that, it's actually part of your lifestyle. At least for me, that's when I first started seeing real progression, real actual change in my life, not just physically but mentally as well, because you start to feel better, you start to actually think about the people around you as well, because when you start to improve your life, when you start to make positive change, I don't know if you're busy in your work or you have kids or anything like that, but when you actually start to implement positive change, it influences those around you at the exact same time as well. Like my stepmom lost heap of weight, my dad, he's way healthier now as well, shit like that. So really implementing 45 minutes, you're lying to yourself if you can't do 4 45-minute workouts a week. You genuinely are lying to yourself. And if you say you can't afford it, you're also making that up in your head. I'm sure that you go out and drink at the pubs, or you go out with the boys, or whatever it is for you, you're making it up in your own head as to why you can't achieve something. Reality is, I only know that because I was in the exact same spot. But we're gonna have this pre-workout meal. I won't take up too much more of your time, but we have steak, rice, sweet potato, and 2 eggs with some raw honey as well. This fast-acting carb to make sure we get a nice good pump for our shoulders and our triceps. But I will see you down there at the gym.
Alright, I won't lie, I made a few fuck ups in the video. I got the audio wrong, right? The mic that I was using, it turned on and off a few times and I didn't realize. So some parts you could hear me, some parts you didn't. So the parts that you don't, I'm gonna be sitting here talking to you through the parts that you can't hear me in, right? So you guys still get the concept, you still get the value, you still get the information, and you find out if we can get it done in under 45 minutes. But just wanted to post this to see for future progression when we do make progress, because this was my first time doing this. So yeah, I made a few fuck ups, but I want to look back on this as a community, as a group, to look back and be like, holy fuck, we got way better as a group. So yeah, just putting this in here to let you guys know that.
Now you've really got 2 choices here. You can either do a dumbbell press, or you can use the Smith machine and do a shoulder press that way. whatever you get first, mind muscle connection, to make sure that we're hitting our front delts. Now, I always put the heaviest movement first of the workout, what's going to take the most energy and what you want to grow. But you can also put your lagging body part, right? So if you were doing, like I am today, shoulders and triceps, if your triceps are lagging behind, put them first, work them out first, right? Put them at the start of your workout and do those sets first. Whatever you're trying to grow, or put your heaviest movement first. Get a nice little feel, warm-up set, 50% of the top weight, and then you're going to do 6 to 10 reps here. Just get a nice warm up in, get the feel of the movement, practice driving with the feet a little bit, making sure you're controlling the eccentric, and then power on the way up, right? Next up. Key concepts to take away from your first exercise, should have added that in, is heaviest movement first, right? Heaviest compound movement, heaviest lift, whatever you're going to need the most output on. Put that first, structure it first, and I do 3 sets, right? These next 2, I'll show you exactly how to use the concept as well for any workout that you want to use to optimize for muscle growth and time while we shred some fat. We're currently 12 minutes and 3 seconds in, warm-up is done, and now the work actually begins, right? Training like this, 45, 60 minutes at the max, 4, 5 times a week. You do it in 4. I just like training, so sometimes I throw in a 5th set. But reality is, I just want to talk to you guys about something, and it's the fact, like, I used to make up all the excuses in the book as why I couldn't work out. Why it wasn't for me. Why I wasn't making progress, and everyone else was just genetically gifted. Everyone else seemingly was better than me. The reality is, I just wouldn't admit to myself that I wasn't willing to do the work. It improved every area of my life, right? Because I did the drinking, I did all that party scene stuff, and it's helped me quit all of that. I was drunk for over 12 months, things like that, right? It truly, truly is life-changing coming in here, even for 45 to 60 minutes, watching yourself progress day after day in the mirror. You can see it. You can see the pump coming out every single time, and that's the first time I ever realized what hard work really looked like. So God, I'm serious when I say working out changed my life.
I'm now in the ring. Hope I make it out of here. She's somehow she know I see some things that you might do. I'm gonna show I'll be that soon. Tight end, she want it. Now I got it in my room. And now I is in the ring. Hope I make it out of here. She's somehow she know I see some things that you might do. I'm gonna show I'll be that soon.
Oh, right, yeah. Just got fall off, dropping away in the butt. Play that every single set, and let them play the extra time that you're in here as well. Make sure you're doing that. But we'll sit here, and then we'll move on to the next movement. Now, I am one to admit when a weight is too heavy for me, and that one I only got 5 reps in, which is fine, right? Still counts as a set. Anywhere from 5 to 12 reps is a good set, but just make sure if it is too heavy, drop your ego, get the form right. It's going to do so much more for you. Especially, that is something that I wish I started out with a bit earlier, was actually getting my form right, was actually taking the time to learn properly through coaching when I first started out. Because I did start out and still saw progress. Of course, like starting is better than not starting. But when I saw real progress was when I got a coach for my bodybuilding shows and to drop my ego and actually properly learn how to train, right? So, dropping the ego, we have dropped it just by a couple kgs, and I'm sure I will hit 6 reps on this one, and we'll go again. 6 on the dot. That was rough, but we'll do one more set here and then get straight into a special sort of lateral raise that I use instead of doing dumbbell lateral raises, right? So I'll see you there because you don't need to watch me do the single solitary set. Next up we have side lateral raises, but this time we're going to do it with movement. And instead of using up here, it is literally just straight side down, right? You might get a little bit of up there, but we're going to do 2 sets here on each arm. 10 to 15 reps. We're just going to up the volume just a little bit, especially on side delts, to completely burn them out.
Concept is, on your secondary movement of the day, you do 2 sets. 2 sets, 2 failure. You can either isolate that movement or you're hitting the secondary body part that you want to hit. So if you were to hit your upper back as your first body part, you then would go to your lats as your second body part. Or, for example, if you were to hit your quads, you would start with your heaviest movement first, and then you could go to either your hamstrings as your secondary movement, or you can isolate the same body part. So you could go to a leg extension, for example. So the premise is to do 2 sets on your secondary body part that you want to hit that day, 2 failure at either isolating the movement or hitting the next body part that you want to hit. And it's my bad. I'm still going to post this, still going to put it up there because at the end of the day, I want to see progression in the future.
Then we're going to switch this. We're going to face pull to make sure that we're getting our red up. And then from there we're going to switch it and I'll show you the part. We're going to aim for high reps here for that face pull. So the concept on the third exercise and the final exercise is you superset it with the other muscle group that you want to hit. So you could do it for back and biceps, for example. You could do your last exercise as an isolation movement for your lats, again, for example, and then superset that with a bicep movement, right? So that would be your third movement. To optimize for time, you're going to do 90-second rests in between these sets as well. But because you're not hitting the same muscle group, you can superset them, right? So that way you're still getting the most output that you can in the short amount of time that you get. And then we are going to finish with one final exercise, which I think you can hear me quite clearly. Right. So for me, take a 90-second rest and then do 2 sets on your favorite tricep exercise. Just make sure you hit both heads of your tricep. So for me, I'm going to do a straight bar push down, which I'll show you so you guys can just use it as well if you want. One more set, and it has been 45 minutes on the dot. Take this concept, third and final set. Should either be a superset of some sort, or hit the extra body part that you want to hit, right? So you just hit front delts and then you get a side delts. But then you can do triceps as your third and final body part. Just isolate that movement and make sure you're putting in as much as ready as you can to get the outputs you need. Right? Drop sets, supersets will be your absolute best friend. But that is exactly how to structure a 47-minute workout, not 45. 3 sets on your first heaviest compound movement, or your lagging body part that you want to grow the most. Your second set, take your secondary movement, either your side delt or, for example, your lats and your back. And then your third and final set, hit the other body part that you want to hit. So your biceps, or your hamstrings, or an isolation movement of some sort that you really do want to grow, just to make sure that you're getting 2 body parts in on the same day. Make sure you do those things. You drop set, you train to absolute failure at absolute maximum intensity. I guarantee you, 47 minutes, you can get top workout in. Just make sure get good adequate rest in between sets. 3 minutes for your first movement, and then 90 seconds, 2 minutes after that on your second and third movement. But that is exactly how I'm structuring my workout. Do 14 minutes, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know. Now, if you genuinely sat through that whole video, I appreciate you a lot, and thank you very much for going through the painstaking of me learning. I really do still fucking hope it helped. I did try pack it with as much value with what I had as well, and I hope you took away a lot from it. But the main concept is, first movement is your heaviest movement first, or your lagging body part, 3 sets, right? Make it a compound movement. And then your secondary movement is the next body part that you want to be hitting, or an isolation movement. And then your third and final movement is some sort of superset with the other body part that you want to hit. So if you're hitting back and bis, you could do a lat isolation movement and then hit your biceps at the exact same time, going in between those, supersetting those. But I really do hope you enjoyed the video. It was my first time. I apologize for it not being up to scratch, up to standard. These will get progressively better over my time, and I'm really fucking excited to build this community, to build this brand as I live here in Bali at the moment. My main goal, main mission is for you to get the best shape of your life, get jacked, and chase your goals, chase your dreams, chase your biggest ambitions in your life. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.